So I have a question. What did you think of the Transformers War for Cybertron trilogy? Not the shitty TV show. No, the actual figures that came out, starting with Siege, going to Earthrise, picking and closing out with Kingdom, which is still kind of winding down. What did you think of that? What did you... Me personally, I thought it was pure perfection. Yeah, there was there was some figures that were kind of sloppy, but for the most part, it was pure perfection, like mini masterpiece level figures. Like the first time I got my hands on Commander Jetfire, I can honestly say, like, that shit felt like a slap from Will Smith. Like, yo, wake up. This is it. This is the top. This is as high as it can go, man. and I just thought to myself, what could Hasbro do to top this? And my fear is that this is going to be the pinnacle of Hasbro. This is going to be their highest ascension, and then this shit all downhill from here. Oh my god. And from what I'm gathering, looking at this legacy line, I'm right. I'm honestly right. And people were telling me this on a forum. I said on my forums that I'm on, and I'm like, you know what? Chat rooms, everything. I'm going to give them a chance. I'm going to give Hasbro a chance to keep the momentum going. And that last wave of Kingdom, that previous wave of Kingdom with the Scorponok and they were just horrible figures all around, just horrible. Tigertron redeemed them slightly, but they just a terrible wave. Oh god, that Trax was atrocious. The whole thing, that last wave of Kingdom, but that was like the precursor for what I thought Legacy was going to become. And fuck, I'm right. I'm dead right. It's like these figures look whack, and I'm like, the community is starting to see sort of what a lot of people saw before even I did. They were like, oh, these figures are going to be whack. And I decided, your boy Drunken Prime decided I'm going to do a little social experiment. So about 3 weeks ago, I was walking through the local Target, and I saw 3 Bulkheads, 3 Tigertrons, and 2 Rhinoxes in the little Voyager section. And I said to myself, okay, I'm not going to buy a Bulkhead because I don't like that design of Bulkhead. It's just not for me. But, for the people out there that want it, it's there. God bless you. I'm not going to interrupt the flow between you and your fig. But then I got to thinking, well, let's see what the community really thinks. Now, little background. Where I live, people are aggressive when it comes to the collecting game. I mean, aggressive. Like, it's one of those places where stuff hits the shelves, it's gone. Like, it's swept up. Like, I don't know if cats put out the bat signal sometimes, but yeah, it's an aggressive area, and I'm very aggressive myself. When I want something, I go out and I go get it. But it's one of those things where, because the people around here are so aggressive, and people know that this area tends to get stuff in bulk, whereas the bigger areas, there's more competition there. They come to my area, so we get outside, we get in, people that live in the area, we get it all, man. And these people, man, when they see figures, they snatch them. Like, I've never seen a G.I. Joe collectors. I've never seen the Bat or the Alley Viper in store. I know people in the store said they've gotten them, but they've never stayed on the shelf. Like, they're gone that day. I know people, when Slag came out, Homeboy was gone, man. Like, there was like 6 of them on the pegs, like on the shelf, and I got one, and I went back and just browsing the store, and I look back, all the other 5 gone. Like, people are hyper aggressive where I live. So I thought maybe the community is wrong about this. Maybe the community's wrong. about this bulkhead, and I forgot what the other figure was that they had there. It may have been the Hot Rod or something like that. They pulled out early, but I was like, okay, 3 weeks ago said, you know what, I'm not gonna become between you and your figs, whatever. Fast forward 2 weeks ago, I go by the store, same bulkhead in bulk, 3 bulkheads, 1 Tigertron, 2 Rhinoxes. Still 3 bulkheads, new figure. Fast forward again, last week, when this footage was taken, 3 bulkheads, 1 Tigertron, 2 Rhinoxes. No one bought the bulkheads. No one's buying it. And that's a bad sign. Because if that's happening in my area where people come from all over because they know the stores around here, the Walmarts, the Target, all these stores, they get stuff in. So people come from all over to get them. And the fact that this bulkhead is still sitting there means Hasbro's effed. This whole, like, and they need to do something quick, because I think they're going to have a rough time justifying the prices that they're raising the figures to versus what we're getting, because they're starting to look, and I've said this before, they're starting to look like toys again. They're not looking like figures. They're not looking like something you want to put on display. It looks like something I just want to hand off to my kid. But if that's it, you know, for some people that's for you, but for me it's like some figures are for my kid, some figures are for a display. This bulkhead sitting there, I mean, yeah, Hasbro, man, maybe there's some factors. Think about it. I'm thinking about it like this: like, bulkhead's not that popular figure. You have to be into later versions of Transformers, because the G-Run crowd's going to check out on this, so that's fine, that's fair. But it doesn't feel like the worst thing in the world is Hasbro having these open these open boxes. The problem with the open boxes is that I can touch the figure and tell it doesn't feel right. Like, it doesn't feel like good plastic. It feels kind of chintzy and cheap. And I don't have to guess. I can just look at it, interact with it kind of slightly, and say, this thing sucks. And they can't justify the prices versus what they're giving us. They just can't. It's not possible. So I don't know, man. I think Hasbro has kind of like shot themselves in the foot with the direction they're going. I don't think, not even the character selection, I think it's more or less the quality of the figures versus what they just had, because you can't come from such a high place and then shortchange people now. You can't do it. They're going to walk away from the game. Like me, I've been saying for a while now, 2022, maybe even 2023, that's going to be your third-party figures. I don't think nothing mainline is screaming to me to buy, and that's just the truth. That's just the God's honest truth. Nothing they've shown, nothing's exciting from the main line. Third party is killing it right now. They got combiners coming out. They got updated versions of old Masterpiece style figures. Like, oh man, third party's gonna have my money this year. They getting all this money. But yeah, man, I don't know. I think Hasbro's gonna have a couple of very long years unless they right the ship, because I'm not looking forward to anything outside of Sludge. I'm not looking forward to anything. There's nothing that they've shown us that I really could give a crap about. It's like, I mean, my shelves are just going to be what they produce for War for Cybertron and a couple of Studio Series 86, and then that's it. I might be checked out on them. But we'll see. Let me know what you think in the comments about this. Whether you think, oh man, no, Hasbro's best days are still ahead. They're still ahead. Or if you're kind of like me, who's like, oh man, well, they're them fools are done. They're done. They're not going to get my money anymore. Anyway, with that, please feel free, like, share, comment, subscribe. And with that said, be safe, be good. And this is the Drunken Prime, cracking open another beer and signing off.